Hi there, it's time for another one of my comic reviews. This time I'm going to be looking at Ghostbusters 101, which is the latest Ghostbusters title to come out from IDW. And this particular comic, it's got a wonderful, clean, fresh feel to it. It's really lovely, and it brings together every single variation of the Ghostbusters. It's got all kinds of things from all the different eras and different types, whether it be animated, whether it be the new Ghostbusters Answer the Call, or whether it be the old school Ghostbusters. And it's even got sort of like new characters coming in as well that as far as I'm aware haven't been seen before, which is just wonderful to see. And it's got I'm just going to start off by reading what came before, which is the opening panel of this particular comic book, because it gives a flavour of what the actual comic book actually deals with, or at least where it begins. So, what came before? In the beginning, it was just ghosts. And then, it was a dimension-hopping god of destruction and death. And things only got weirder from there. Living slime that fed and empowered by emotions. Franchising to Chicago. Demons that can attack from the sleeping mind. Mutant ninjas from another dimension. Proof that even more dimensions and more Ghostbusters were out there. Official liaising and consultation with the FBI. An international excursion that wound up with a trip to hell. It's a never-ending battle, to borrow a phrase. Most recently, Janine Melnitz's niece, Kate, and her friends borrowed a ghost trap to try and take care of a haunting themselves. Janine is making them all take Ray Stan's up on his offer to lecture them about the minutiae of ghostbusting. They brought it on themselves, really. And now, let us join the team on Coney Island. And that just gives us like a brief hopping of sort of like the Ghostbusters mythology to date. But that's the first panel of the first page. And as you can see, it's just this wonderful, brisk, clean, characterful artwork. And it's got really vibrant colours. It's a lovely, glossy, finished comic. And one of the things I love about this is that all the original Ghostbusters, which you'll see in there, and they're one of the first teams that you meet, they're not the movie versions. They're not Bill Murray. They're not they're not the actors that play Dan Aykroyd or anyone. They're flavours of the characters. They're not the animated series characters. They're flavours thereof. But you can clearly tell that they're there, and they've all got wonderfully drawn caricatures of who they are, and it's just really beautifully done. And you've even got little twists on characters that you may know. Walter Peck's in there, who you'll know from the original Ghostbusters if you're a fan at all. But then it just goes through, and the expression work and just the general layering of each individual team is just wonderfully done. And of course, the high point for me is seeing sort of the Answer the Call Ghostbusters, because I went and I saw, and I loved the new Ghostbusters. I loved all the characters, and I especially love this character, Holtzman, who is just one of the best Ghostbusters to be invented in recent memory. And I love the character, and she's very well done in this one as well. And all the ones from Answer the Call are in this particular one. You've got Ghostbusters from Extreme Ghostbusters. It's just a wonderful cacophony of everything that makes Ghostbusters awesome to date. And basically, yeah, it's the 101 of Ghostbusters. Across all universes, across all dimensions. It's going to get weird. There's going to be slime. There's going to be ghosts. There's going to be trapping. And a wonderful vein of humour and energy to the artwork. And as I said, it's just clean, it's bright, it's colourful, it's got a lot of energy, and I think this series has got legs, and I'm looking forward to seeing it develop and seeing where they take all these characters and how they interact when they do eventually meet. And it's all set up in this first issue. I don't know how many it's going to be, but I'm certainly locked in for the ride. And I think it's going to be a cracking comic to read. So please pick up Ghostbusters. I bought mine from Dark Side Comics in Chelmsford. But please support your local comic book store. Buy comics, enjoy them, love them. And remember that Ghostbusters is an awesome comic, and I hope you pick it up. Thank you so much for stopping by.